It was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be
forward.
like a horse with blinkers on.
Honestly say, I was about to have sex
Corrupt
and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
I'm Wayne and I just live here over the street and I don't work on this moment and I play football.
Hi, my name is Alston. I stay at Extension 13, Mount View, and I'm working on this moment. I work for a company named Best Do Joinery.
Hi, I'm Craig, living in Atlantis. At the moment not working, but a volunteer at Sanka. Yeah, obviously started drugs at the age of 12. I'm 32. I'm married, I've got 2 boys. It's been tough, you know, when I started, you know, because of peer pressure, because of issues at home, you know, various things that cause a person to use drugs.
I was growing up in a home where my father was using drugs and he was drinking, and you see, it was not a house that I every child would love to grow up in.
I came out of a wealthy household, you know. I got a daddy and a mommy that always supported me, and I played soccer. Since the age of 6 years old I played soccer, and that's how most of the people here in Atlantis, even going to Cape Town, knows me.
We're talking about mandrax, we're talking about pot, we're talking about tick, you know, meth, we're talking about heroin. At the point in my life, I nearly sold the stuff.
At the age of 10, I started to smoke cigarettes. Between 11 and 12, I started to smoke dacha. And between 12 and 13, I started to smoke mandrax.
I started using drugs at the age of 12 years old, and I started using that. That's meth, and it's dacha, that's mandrax and all that.
I was at school, but I was more like a gangster. I wanted to become more like my father because he was a role model for me, and I heard this bad stuff people told me, and every time when I do something wrong, I reminded some people that you were just like your father, and so I grew up with that.
I never finished school. I went into matric and I found myself in Alston River, going there to the 28.
In grade 8, I leave school, and at that time I was smuggling drugs for 28 and for 26 for people who coming out of jail, because I see myself as this is my life. I wanted to be maybe in 27 or 28 or 26, I don't know, but I wanted to be a gangster, and this is the head of the gangster life. So I started to social with big gangsters, and obviously they were using me to sell drugs and do their dirty stuff, go and shoot at people. When you come back, there's some mandrax, there's money and stuff like that.
Wayne had money, Wayne had jewelry, everything you name it, Wayne had it. But for Wayne to have all that, Wayne needed to do something. I knew it. I knew I had to do something, but I didn't know what it was. So at the age of 18 years old, 18, 17 years old, Wayne had to shoot gun.
I think I was 19, getting 20. Then when I get to prison for the first time, and yeah, when I came out, I was, you know, that guy. I know what it is. And yes, now I can say really this is my father, because this is what I've seen all these years and what I want to experience. Here I am, and so I go on. So I done a lot of bad things to people, hurting them.
For me to get high and do something, it's easier. It's easier for me to do it, because why? I can just get myself, do drugs and get high and just go pull the trigger and shoot somebody. It was easy for me to do it. But when Wayne doesn't have drugs in his system, then Wayne is a total other person.
The drugs did force me to go to places like like Miagbos. That yes,
Mm.
place like that to the rich people, as we as people in the world, especially coloreds, they call it rich people, like the poor, like the whites, and so we went and we go took break in their houses, took what we want and come back, and it was at that time like a bless. I bless you.
So I never knew if I shot anybody or if I killed anybody. I don't know because it happened so fast and it was dark for me to see because you just had to shoot and you have to get away. And for me it was experience of what you're capable of. At that time I thought, I'm capable of doing this, so I'm the man.
We steal that car, we drove that car to where the whites live, and we have a gun or two, and we go in, point the gun to them. They was they were sleeping at that time. That was happened, say around about 3-4. Then we took what we want. We forced them for their money and yeah, stuff like that.
I went to live in PE, and it's a little bit funny because I didn't knew it. One of my buddies told me then. I was so high. We broke into a house there. I was so high. I went to the tape and turned the volume, but volume not. I turned it slowly. I was so convinced it's a what you call it a safe. I was so convinced it's a safe. I turned it slowly.
I did shoot a lot of people, and I don't know if I ever kill somebody, because when this kind of things happen, it happened that quickly that you just hit and run. And yeah, so I grown up with this lifestyle, and so I was teaching the others who also wants to do what they see, because what they see they like, and that's his life. Driving others' cars, smuggling for other people, and you like a slave, but you don't know it.
The only friends I had was the people I used drugs with, and the only real friends I had, they never came to Wayne's house to come visit Wayne, because why? They the real buddies Wayne have. They're not gonna come to Wayne because why? They can't sit. They're not doing the stuff Wayne did. So for them to stay sober, to stay that anti-drugs person, they can't be with Wayne. So I had a few buddies, but for me it wasn't that wasn't my friends, because why? They were the ones that told me, Wayne, you must leave this, you must leave that. And for me, you can't tell me what to do, because it's my money, it's my stuff. I wanted to do stuff.
But there was this one morning when a knock on the door, and I think when I opened that door, I would have lied that morning. So it was the cops looking for me. My mama said, Justin, yes, the cops, they say that there is something you need to go and sort out with him. They are gonna bring you back. And because of at that point, I think, why now? Because I'm ready to make a change. And look at this. Life didn't give me a fair chance to try to change. But in any case, so I go and I knew, this is something that I've done. But what can it be? In any case, so I go and find out, and they had to keep me, because why? This is for another housebreaking case.
One day in Valhalla Park that shocked me was that I met a buddy there, and in a club there, and I went to his house. But being a new person in that area, the gangs there decided, okay, that's a new person there, so something must be going on. So I drank a few beers there, and I fell asleep there. And in my sleep, they knocked me unconscious. It was in my sleep. So I woke up, I was full of blood and all that. So when I woke up, I just ran away. And after a few minutes, I came back there and I thought, no man, I don't want to live like this.
At Mama's trial, I said to myself, no man, I'm gonna be honest from the first, and I'm gonna plead guilty. So I pled guilty and I get a sentence. They sentenced me 18 months, but from my honesty and not wasting their time, they're gonna I only gonna do 9 months. The other 9 they're gonna what you call it?
Suspend.
Yes, for 5 years. And so I was going to Rubik West prison at that time. And it was there and then when I meet Jesus Christ really. Now he had the time to show me the things he want me to do, to show me where his hand was moving in my life, where in when he did protect me and stuff like that.
I end up in Matroosfontein there where I met one of my buddies. I played for Western Cape football, for Western Cape football team. I was in the Western Cape football team there. I met the goalkeeper and I started living with him and it just changed, man. And he gave me a house to live in, he gave me food, but one thing, being a true friend, which he was, is he found my mom and dad. And the only people that still cared about me, believe it or not, was my mom and dad.
You know, I always blamed my parents for treating me bad and the issues in my life. But, it causes a lot of the stress because it doesn't just only affect you, but it affects the whole family. And there was a time in my life that I nearly lost my wife, and maybe divorcing me, and think of losing my kids. One time my kids caught me with tick, and but that didn't stop me because I always just felt like going on because the world owed me. I needed something.
When the change came into my life, and it was there that I realized that Jesus, he actually wants to live inside. And he showed me that all these years that it wasn't he who was inside of me. It was the devil. And that's why I had no love for other people, especially even for those near me, my family.
Actually, there's ways to make it easier for yourself, and I discovered, you can't just stop one thing and just then there's an empty hole there. You have to like substitute it with something. And for me, it was easier to substitute it with something. It's just I play football and play more football. That's how I do it now, and that's how I stayed sober up till today now.
Concerning drugs, obviously now being rehabilitated, the reason why I'm rehabilitated is because God saved my soul. God made the change, and there's a lot of concerns or organizations that can help, but my solution is that God saved me. And you today you see guys that people run around and they try to get help, and they try to different organizations get help by the government and all that, but the only solution, if you look at Sanka today, you look at Atlantis and what's being caused in Atlantis, and is there really help? And you look at percentage-wise, then I look at myself, then I'm the only one. And I've got a friend, I've got Justin, I've got Wayne, and it's really tough. So, if you talk about having a conversation, then I'll say that we need help. We need help from the government, we need help from organizations.
Why I'm not in prison today is because of only one thing. It was because of my mom and dad. That's why I'm not here, not in prison there, and I can be still here. And I'm grateful for that.
Nobody uses drugs just because why he wants to use drugs. There's issues and there's a reason why he's there where he is. And if it's the family, if it's a married person, if it's his children, but there's an issue that causes that person to use drugs. And that is something that we need to make clear to people, that nobody decides one morning, I'm a drug addict or I want to be a drug addict. It doesn't work like that. There's things that cause this person or people to use that, and that is what we work on at Sanko or at church. Being a Christian, obviously, the dream is, going to heaven one day. But further than that, at this moment, the dream is helping a lot of young people, reaching out and just meaning something in this world, just achieving the purpose that God has called me for.
I know that God has called me for a purpose, and God knows what it is. In time, very soon I will know what it is.
That's my goal, that's my wish, that's my dream, is just to be the person that kids can look up to, and I can help in any way I can assist you, and I can help you. So that's for me, is just to be the person that the kids can look up to. That's my goal.